Our experiences, thoughts, and behaviors, formed over the course of our lives, become deeply rooted in our consciousness and become an integral part of our adult existence. This process typically occurs automatically because our subconscious accumulates and stores everything we have ever experienced and learned, using this information for further processing. As a result, few people can claim that they consciously choose their emotional reactions to everyday situations. When we encounter external stimuli, our subconscious recognizes them and instantly finds the appropriate emotional category, which surfaces in our consciousness and guides our response. This process happens so quickly that we don't even realize how our emotional and physical state changes in a fraction of a second. This is the source of all our strong emotional reactions and internal sensations that arise within our bodies. By interacting with this powerful force, we can not only change our behavior but also achieve desired outcomes. When we realize that our habitual emotional reactions are no longer beneficial, we gain the ability to alter these automatic mechanisms and use them to our advantage. The subconscious is an incredibly powerful tool that, when managed properly, can become a source of inspiration and motivation for achieving higher goals. Our brain's capacity for learning and storing information is truly astounding, and its potential is limitless. This part of our mind is the source of all inventions and innovations that humanity has ever created. The information stored in the subconscious can emerge as flashes of insight, which either remain unconscious or become the subject of careful study. The subconscious works as a reliable companion, helping us survive and adapt to our environment. It enjoys cooperating, and with the right approach, it can be directed towards achieving our goals. However, if the subconscious is not carefully monitored, it will act solely based on reactions formed in early childhood, which can negatively affect our lives, leading to errors in judgment. The subconscious has the power to either improve or disrupt a person's life, which is why there are times when it is necessary to correct its erroneous commands. A complete understanding of how to use this tool for good opens up the possibility of managing your subconscious in a way that brings tangible benefits. When we become aware of these facts, it is crucial to embrace the power we possess and take control of it. This means that if we want to consciously change our lives, we have a choice: either allow the subconscious with its automatic protective instincts to control us, or consciously use its limitless intelligence to serve our interests. Each of us has memories that can be either joyful or unsettling. Some people may appear frightening or disappointing, and these feelings are transmitted through our consciousness, especially when we expect certain events in the future. Our reactions to these situations are based on past experiences, and by analyzing our past memories, we can easily predict the outcome of events. However, not all of these memories are something we would like to relive. If negative information is not analyzed and processed, hostile reactions and feelings will continue to repeat, ensuring the highest level of our instincts. Our body provided safety in most situations when it came to surviving in the wild, as it was with our ancestors. However, in today's world, our resilience operates somewhat differently. Today, unique subconscious mechanisms begin to function from infancy. When we were children, our fully developed brains sometimes couldn't fully understand the context of what was happening and the actions of others. This could lead to misinterpretation of events, which then became imprinted in the subconscious and preserved throughout life. If these early impressions were not corrected, they might continue to influence us even in adulthood. We are all born with innocence and confidence, which is so easy to see in a young child. But as we grow older, our brain immediately begins to absorb and accumulate new information to ensure our survival in new conditions. It is important to understand that the subconscious does not determine how we process information. It simply records everything that our conscious mind sends it as a fact, without evaluation or judgment. The subconscious has a different purpose than the conscious mind. The conscious mind can think logically and rationally, while the subconscious is designed to record information so that we can access it later. This is why the subconscious plays such an important role in our lives. It contains a vast amount of information that can be used to our advantage. However, the subconscious cannot independently evaluate information or make decisions. It merely records everything it receives from the conscious mind as truth. This means that if we want to make decisions based on accurate information, we must rely on our conscious mind to make the necessary corrections and make informed choices. Our subconscious can be compared to a vast storage facility where every detail of our experiences, both positive and negative, is preserved. This process begins at birth and continues throughout our lives. Unfortunately, many people go through life feeling overwhelmed without realizing that this is connected to early childhood events and the influence of the environment. This often leads to self-criticism and self-blame, which only exacerbates existing problems. If negative statements are repeated, especially in childhood when the subconscious is most impressionable and lacks the necessary defenses, they eventually become ingrained beliefs. These beliefs can influence us throughout our lives, and unfortunately, this happens to most people in one way or another. This behavior becomes cyclical and can continue even when we try to change our lives for the better. However, this does not mean that we should blame those who had a significant impact on our lives. It is important to understand that they are merely reflecting what they were taught on a subconscious level. At a young age, it is natural for us to pass on our knowledge and experience to the next generation, and as we become adults, we gain the ability to assess the meaning of our words and actions based on our way of thinking. By understanding why our subconscious reactions occur, we can make structural changes in our lives. This allows us to break outdated stereotypes and create new, beneficial patterns of behavior that we can pass on to future generations. Intention becomes a powerful tool in education, and we can gently guide the receptive parts of our brain to respond in the way we want. The subconscious is the foundation of who we are, and we need to use it diligently and with dedication to rethink our existence. This process is much simpler than it may seem at first glance. We can relate our autopilot thinking to how we learn to drive a car. Remember the initial stages of learning to drive. You had to concentrate to remember every action, from pressing the gas pedal correctly to following traffic rules. It took time and practice, but eventually, your brain mastered the necessary skills and was able to switch to autopilot mode. Now you can drive almost without thinking about every move, which significantly eases the driving process. Similarly, our brain can function in other areas of life when subconscious thoughts and reactions become automatic. This system continues to operate without our awareness because the skill has already been ingrained through initial and conscious application. This demonstrates how important it is in the early stages to be mindful and attentive to our actions and thoughts. If every day when driving, we had to exert the same effort as during the learning stage, it would be much more difficult. However, most of us handle this easily, thanks to the fact that our brain has adapted over time and learned to manage this task effectively. We are fortunate that our brain can function this way, and the conscious use of this skill for personal gain can lead to satisfaction and success in other aspects of life. Once our autopilot mode or subconscious mind accepts new instructions and starts executing them, it becomes an integral part of our behavior. It is important to understand that this is just a set of actions based on experience, and we can influence which actions become automatic. Constant monitoring and a conscious approach are key factors in achieving success when working with new material. The subconscious allows for the possibility of change and begins to work to attract and bring into our lives what we perceive as truth and reality based on our beliefs. In conclusion, the subconscious is a powerful tool that can dramatically improve our lives if we use it correctly and consciously. Constant control over the data we send to the subconscious and conscious decision-making will help us achieve a high level of personal development and satisfaction. We can deliberately choose which beliefs and reactions to form so that they contribute to our well-being and success. That brings us to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe to the Awakened Insider channel to stay updated on future episodes. Leave your comments and share your thoughts. I'm very interested in hearing your opinions. May each day bring you new discoveries and opportunities for growth. See you in the next video.